When she asked me to design her funeral, I said, okay, I will design your funeral if we can start with that, and I'd like to put it in proscenium theaters. Marina is a performance artist, and I started out there in the 60s and sort of went in a different direction. Marina is coming from a world where everything is real and natural, and I'm coming from a theatrical world where things are not. I'm interested in the artificiality of the stage. To me, to be on stage it's not the same way you walk down the street. And she had no idea about how to project a voice and how to speak on stage. And she sat for months in the museum, and she's very powerful sitting in the museum, but to me, to sit on stage is something different.
Violent fights between mother and father. 57 dreams of jumping out window.
Willem helps us to get through the piece. He's like a narrator. He can be in the situation at sometimes, and sometimes he's out. So sometimes he's like the audience, like a spectator. All of my work is an opera in a sense. If we go back to the Latin sense of the word, opera means opus, means work. In opera, all of the arts are there: architecture, painting, poetry. They're all a part of what we call a theater. And in that sense, it's an opera in the classical, traditional sense. In my work, the whole stage is something like a mask. I work on the visual book first. I direct the work silently, so what I'm seeing is one thing. And then I work on the audio book after that, and I work on that separate. It's not something that you necessarily rationally can put together. It's something you experience, and to experience something is a way of thinking. If you see a sunset, it doesn't necessarily have to have meaning. It's something you experience. If you hear the birds chattering, they don't have to make a certain sense. It's something I listen to.